round of bans. So it's interesting to see that they've gone to that as their pick here. I'm not laughing. Look, I don't question you guys on
He's not playing a cash game at all here, Natu.
He's definitely not. No, it is interesting for sure. The tough part against playing a team like G2 is that you have the option of having double lobs, and these kind of players are super good at being the mobile type of a CT side too. So it kind of it's an interesting kind of a steer for them.
Have we had a cash game yet, by the way?
I don't think we have.
I don't want to see Shox on the AWP. He had a good performance yesterday, or one of the
better. But you will.
Yeah, but he only got one AWP kill yesterday, right?
You will still see him. Sorry to disappoint you, Chad.
Sorry, Chad.
It's just going to happen, isn't it?
On T side as well. We haven't even started the game yet.
They're going to start off the first weapon run by having double ops, aren't they?
They're not going to do that to me. They won't do that to me. These guys, these boys, they're going to... Okay, so the branded Counter-Strike that we saw come out from them yesterday, G2 especially, their T-side was super slow on overpass, right? Yep. It was, they get 3 rounds? That's pretty abysmal. Yeah. That's not going to happen again on a map like this, right? So they're going to have more of a stake in it. And I think if you can... G2 thrive within force buys. And I think they've kind of been leaning away from that. I would like them, especially against a team like Gambit, I'd like to see them get back to it, because if it's a brawl, I see G2 coming out on top. And once they get control of that money, they can run with the game.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, the way they were playing previously doesn't really suit the individuals in this team as much. I feel like, they definitely need to have that more up-tempo kind of a gameplay, having the kind of players they do, having that bit of a randomness factor, going through, a little bit of smokes, and then utilizing Kenny, obviously, in a map like Cash. That's a golden goose right there.
I've been relatively critical of, depends on how you want to say it, once again, Mao, whatever you want to say. His AWPing on certain CT sides, it's very stagnant, and I think he's better as a flashy AWPer. Keish obviously allows him to do that. He can, push Squeaky, push MA, and literally push anyway, right? So hopefully we see him a bit more active if they want to have a stake in this game. I think that he's a really good way to open up the board. Cliche, right? AWPers on Keish. But he's one who I'm looking at more so because I don't see a lot from him all the time. I want to see more from him. He's maybe a key player in this matchup for me.
Okay. Very quickly in one word, which way does it go?
G2.
G2.
All right. Unanimous decision here at the panel. G2, our favourites heading into this one, versus Gambit. Your commentary team for this one are Anders and Semler.
Thank you very much, Paul. Yes, indeed. We are ready with the game here. Finally on the road. Suddenly ready for some cachet.
For some Kosh, you mean?
They went through almost every iteration possible.
I think this has a lot to do with Aussies and their need to stand out, because they still care so much about the Brits and look up to them as their parents and all that, and so they have to prove themselves.
Still have the queen on their money, don't they?
That's exactly. So, she's watching. Yeah. She's perpetual. Saw this really sick GIF though. Like, that is so sick for a queen, right? Where they just did a GIF of her aging, but on the Bills.
I saw that.
She's been there for so long, right? So it's just like you could watch her pretty much her entire life on Bills.
Even in Australia.
Boom. She'll be in like every museum ever. Well, long live the queen.
That's the end of that. I like it. We are headed into this game, and it's going to be an exciting one. G2 and Gambit, the panelists were both in favor of G2. I don't think that's too surprising, but, I just want to, stipulate it's the best of one game. It's the major tournament. There's always something funky that's going on, I feel like, and it's always hard to tell exactly what team is going to be playing well. So I would caution a bit, also because Zeus is just a smart guy,
He is a smart guy. He's a funny guy too. Lovable guy. Just looking after. I mean, just ask Hobbit.
Yeah.
Hobbit definitely doesn't look traumatized every time he just takes a selfie with him.
He's just like, the name is sort of perfect for him, because he's just like a small little guy like that. But he certainly came to life. Actually, just speaking about him, we were sort of a bit disappointed early yesterday in his game. He really wasn't doing much, and then suddenly out of nowhere, he was just playing extremely well. So that was kind of exciting. Adren, obviously, always a good player on this Gambit team. But you look at the firepower that's on the G2 side, you sort of have to side with them, right? It would be an upset if Gambit took down G2 in this match, I feel.
I agree wholeheartedly. There is some firepower, obviously, over on Gambit's side, right? You're talking about Mo as the flashy opper. Well, G2 have got a flashy opper too. His name is Kenny, and he destroys on, destroys on. I guess that's how it'll work. Yeah, he destroys on people.
Yeah, just brings down the destruction.
Exactly.
I think that's reasonable to say.
Oppers, man, they fear.
I'm definitely looking forward to this one. I think it could be very interesting. Cash, as well as the map, is a bit out of the ordinary. What's happened to Cobblestone? We have drops now. Where are all the Cobblestone games?
Don't ask me, man. I'm happy.
But the drops, the Dragon Lore Samler, Don't you care about our poor viewership?
Well, you're only saying this because you don't have one. You know, because if you had one, you'd just be like, watch the value rise.
Yeah, of course. So there's no doubt about that.
Else, you know, you got guys investing in Ethereum and Bitcoin and all that. You know, dude, get in your Dragon Lores. There's no Cobble yet this tournament. Probably not going to get played a lot. The value of Dragon Lores is just going to go through the roof. I'm telling you. You guys can take that as a tip. It's free. I do this all the time. You know, just let me know.
I've held on to my M4A4 Howl,
of which I'm deadly jealous.
I've got 2 stickers as well.
You dick.
I'm planning on putting both of them on the Howl just to make it even worse. That'd be good. Howlception.
Yeah, you get the meme right there. You know, hey bro, I heard you like the Howl, so how about a Howl on, like 2 Howls on your Howl.
There it is. Well, listen, we are just about to get on the way here. It looks like G2 are going to be starting on the CT side and Gambit on the T side. And we've got Priya's with the observing. That's good news. I saw Heather was doing a bit of, periscoping earlier, so
yeah,
she's busy with that.
You've also got the new mobile Twitch app you can stream from as well.
It's very true. Twitch are going to be sad you said that. But,
very cool. Yeah, well, I mean, now
cool.
You actually have to have an account to log in to Twitch. You know, if you use the app, and so I just haven't used the app since.
Oh.
But okay then. Apparently, I'm like one of 3 people that's complained about that.
Yeah, you should get on that. Get on the IRL section. That's where everything happens nowadays. It's all about IRL. And part of it is also about MBK, who is a very strange position. He might not be able to retreat from this one. Like, where's the cover going to come from? And there's the smoke in front of him, and that's good news. And I thought actually they were playing a retake, but they're being pretty aggressive early on in this battle for the A-bomb site. Still more than a minute left. MBK trying to find the angle now. He's shut down to 64. The bomb will be planted. What a great secondary smoke here for Gambit to allow that plant to get in safe. I love it.
This is clever stuff. I mean, MBK's just got them boxed in, at least. He has some information to go off of here. They've confirmed it. 3 players here very early, but G2 with a quick rotate over from the B site, and Zeus will start things off. Just trade kills all over the place until Hobbit shows up and gets a trip or quad. Okay then, Hobbit. The man is here to play. He's brought out Sting. He's wearing his mithril armor, and he has got a quest on his hands, Anders, and that quest is victory right here.
I absolutely love it. That's very well organized. I mean, G2 obviously were, in case anyone is new and they're watching anything, why weren't they covering the bomb site? Why weren't the French doing that? It's just a retake strategy. You can do that a lot of the times on a bomb site. You just give up the bomb site itself and then you retake it with the full force of the whole CT side. It didn't really work out that way. Great shots from Hobbit. Yeah. And Gambit are up 1-0, so good news for them.
Yep, force buy from G2, and this should be fairly standard stuff looking at the disposition here of the G2 defense, and it's going to be the 3 players over on A. Quick rotation possible from the man holding in mid as well. But I love watching clips like that, especially from Hobbit, because that's, you imagine when you play CS, that's how it's going to go into pistol. I'm holding quad boxes. They're going to try and retake. I'm just going to get headshots left and right. Of course, you just get one tapped. But Hobbit, that's the dream right there.
Yeah, that's what you want 100% of the time. And this time was one of them in a best of 1. The gravity of that pistol round, definitely, you can feel it later on in the game. G2, I do like the deagles that are being put out here. 4 of them, in fact. Shox is the only outlier, but that's okay. We'll see if maybe MBK or Body or someone can come up with some great deagle shots. Gambit are being just true to their style, true to the style of Zeus here. Very patient, very slow early rounds. That's what we expect.
And they're doing this just to mess with G2 as well. Because if anybody's aware of how G2 likes to play, it's definitely going to be Zeus. He knows that these guys are impatient, that they want fights early on, that they just want to go for those aim duels. How do you get these guys to be frustrated? Just take all of your sweet time.
Good grenades landing. Adren opening up with 1. Doja coming in with the UMP and cleaning up the rest of the bomb site. So after a long wait and some pretty good grenades and a little bit of a tap.